Sakokuru. What a Monday Night Raw, brah. We got the Wyatt Sicks causing mayhem everywhere. We've got a pissed off mommy. And we got the ring general Gunther. Let's get into it, brah. What is going on, everybody? My name is Jesse, aka your very own one and only Chitown Smark. How is everybody feeling out there tonight with me? Glad you guys are here, bruh. I'm glad you guys are all here. Speaking of, where the fuck are you guys? Where are you guys? There you are. There you are. What is going on? Big Wheezy, Mike. What you mean she didn't act pissed off? She tried to kill Liv Morgan, bruh. This time she ran down the aisle. We'll get to it. What's going on? JD Ultra, what is good with your Super Mario? Rage! Raging Girl Gamer is in the house. What is good with you? Hey, I hope you stick around. I think you're my only mod out there right now, man. I'm hoping you are sticking around. Sega Genesis, what's good with you, man? AJ, Samuel Sneed, Timothy Thornton, man, American rock star. It looks like we got some wrestling to talk about, man. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I'm assuming you guys are all following me on Twitter. If you are not, that makes me sad. That makes me sad. So please do follow me on Twitter and on IG. Both links are right there on my desk and my esteemed book collection. Keep it gathered right here. Right here. Oh, don't look at my water bottle. Never mind. I'm exposing the damn business, man. We're going to get into Monday Night Raw. Before we do, I want to remind everyone that your generous support and donations keeps this show possible. I am always looking to upgrade. I am looking to do major upgrades to my next step. I don't like doing small things as far as the upgrading, but I will tell you this. I have some stuff. I got some stuff in the works right now, man. As far as content goes, I got some pretty big stuff on the way, man. It's just that it's already confirmed. It's already approved. It's just a matter of getting it done. I got to work around schedules. I got to work around things like that. But trust your boy when I tell you, you're going to like this. And you're going to like it a lot. Oh, I hate knowing stuff that I can't tell you guys yet. I hate it. I hate it so much. But I promise you this, you guys will enjoy it. So if you are not subscribed, for some reason, please do. Hit that notification because when I upload, I want you all to know about it right away. Right away. So hit that thumbs up, comment, post video, post a live, and get those super chats in to join in or start your own discussion. And we would do that based on your donations. Thank you guys so much. Let's get into Monday Night Raw, baby. Good stuff, man. Good show tonight. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, by the way, if you guys, if you're new here on Tuesdays, what we do here, we're going to get through and cover Monday Night Raw, but we're going to get you guys out of here in time to catch JD and my man, the Solo Monster, for Tuesday Night Titans. So don't worry. We're going to easily transition right into the next live stream from OTS family, man. So let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it. The show opens up with obviously a recap from SummerSlam, which was pretty damn good. Pretty entertaining pay-per-view, I must say. If you were here on the channel with me, thank you so much. But we did do a live watch-along for SummerSlam, and we rather enjoyed it, man. It was fun. A lot of cool shit happened, man. You know, headlined by the return of the original Tribal Chief, the new and improved babyface Roman Reigns, man. You love to see it. Great stuff. So they recap SummerSlam. We get into it. Oh, by the way, this show was being broadcast from, where was this show? Baltimore. It's in Baltimore. It was in Maryland last night. Not a bad crowd. Pretty good. So we start off with Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser's in the ring. The lights are dim. The lights are down. The mood is set. Either Ludwig is about to introduce the new world champion to Monday Night Raw, or he was getting ready to have a nice candlelit dinner in the ring. One or the other, because the mood was definitely set. Turns out there was no candlelit dinner. Don't know if I'd be too opposed to that, because if you don't know who Ludwig is dating, you should probably look that up. Ludwig's in the ring, gives a nice introduction, one fitting for a king. He introduces the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. His name is Gunther. I don't know. I still like Walter. Am I the only one that still likes Volter? I like Volter. Maybe it's just a me thing. So, Gunther makes his way out. He gets on the mic and introduces himself with all this epithets and accolades and tells us to just watch and see what he does as World Heavyweight Champion, because in this ring, he is above everyone here. He's ready and prepared for everyone and everything, and nothing can catch him off guard. He is greatness personified. You know, it's almost, they are already setting the tone for the story in his next feud. It was like all of a sudden, right away, I mean, just out of the blue, it's not like this was his moniker before, but all of a sudden, out of the blue, Gunther is talking about how he can't be surprised. He's basically out there saying, nothing can catch me out of nowhere. I am the World Heavyweight Champion, and my reign is going to be all about not being surprised out of nowhere. So if there's anyone that has a finishing move out there that is known to give that finishing move out of nowhere, that wouldn't work on me, because I am prepared for everything. And then Randy Orton's music hits. Like, it's very specific, no? You know what I'm saying? It's very specific. It's like if he was facing, I don't know, like if he was facing Shawn Michaels or some shit, Gunther would have been coming out there saying, as your champion, I guarantee you there is no way I could ever be kicked in the face. If you are stomping in the corner as I am getting up, There is no way that foot you're stomping can land on my chin. That could never happen. And then Shawn Michaels' music comes. I mean, it's a little on the nose, though. It's not like Gunther is known to be this guy who can't be surprised. I mean, I don't know. Good thing Randy Orton just happened to be backstage on Monday Night Raw when he's on SmackDown on the night that Gunther was claiming that he can't be taken by surprise. Don't forget, I said at the start of this show, this was a great Raw. I'm sorry, man. I'm an asshole. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to point out the really weird and obvious shit. As your champion, I promise you, there is no way that you can take your hands and grab the back of my head and drop down to your ass and make my chin bounce on your shoulder. If you think you can do that to me, then you're crazy. And then the glass breaks. Dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. It's a little on the nose. But I digress. So Randy Orton comes out on cue. Randy's like, the fuck you mean you can't be surprised? Motherfucker, my shit's come out of nowhere. That's kind of my thing. Gunther admits that he was, in fact, caught off guard with Randy coming out. So right away, instantly, as Gunther is out there saying he can't be caught off guard, one person comes out, gets in the ring, and Gunther immediately admits that he was caught off guard. The fuck? That didn't take long. Randy says he wanted to come out and congratulate him, but that's not really his style. But that being said, that title looks mighty fine hanging on Gunther's shoulder. And he's a good-looking champion, says Orton. But Orton can't help but think about how he's the only reason Gunther has that title in the first place. How so, Randy? Please talk to us. How so? Well, he got his title shot by beating Orton at King of the Ring. But did he really beat him? Did he really, though? The people know it. Randy knows it. Triple H knows it. His shoulders weren't down, but the referee's decision is final. And he knows he has to respect that. But Triple H knows that there has to be a Gunther Orton 2. And he told the world as much, and that's why he's here tonight. To cash in on that match that apparently was offered to him at any moment that he wanted, even if he's contracted to a different brand. Now, let's talk about this for a minute. I've seen some divide as to just how they realistically got to Gunther versus Orton when Orton is on SmackDown. Well, Orton's shoulders weren't pinned at King of the Ring, and Triple H said that Orton would get a rematch. He didn't say when, and he didn't say where. So, if I'm Triple H, and I'm thinking reasonably and logically, I tell Orton, you'll get your rematch because, yes, I can see from the video your shoulders were not down, but the referee's call is final. But here's what we can do. We can get you that rematch, but it's just going to have to wait. It's just going to have to wait until we are at a pay-per-view that is dual branded. It's going to have to wait until you guys would meet. How about Survivor Series? Because here's the thing you guys might not know. Survivor Series is the one time of the year. Now, follow me here. Follow me. You've probably never heard this before. Survivor Series is the one time of the year when Raw superstars can go head to head with SmackDown superstars. And then that's when you can have that rematch. But nah, Trips called up Orton and said, hey, just come on in on Raw because I need a new program for Gunther. I don't fucking have one yet. I'm in the boat of brand split needs to be a brand split and they need to hold up the sanctity of said brand split. You can't just bring Randy Orton over because they had a botched pinfall at King of the Ring. It's not how this works. It's not how this works. But I digress. He's the only guy in the back that can match Gunther in the ring. Counter for counter, technician for technician, smooth versus smoother, a modern day Flair versus Steamboat. Orton knows he can fill one of those roles, but can the ring general? He considers himself a living legend, and that's perfect. You knew where this was going right away, and that's perfect because, brother, I've made a career out of killing legends, and I'm going to do it again in Berlin. You know, Orton is significantly older than Gunther, right? If there's anyone that's going to kill a legend here, it's the guy that we all know is going to win at Berlin. Is Gunther the new legend killer? Why bring Orton over from SmackDown to put him in a feud with Gunther just to have him take an L? I don't know. But at the same time, Randy Orton is immune to taking losses. He is. He is immune. He's not immune to taking losses. He's immune to having losses affect him. It doesn't fucking matter. He's still fucking Randy Orton, bro. He is still Randy Orton. Gunther tells him if the voices are telling him in his head that he can win, then his voices are fucking lying to him, and he accepts the challenge. They get close, and Gunther tells him that nothing, absolutely nothing, catches him out of nowhere. Remember, that's been his moniker. That's been his agenda for so long. I mean, at least the last 5 to 10 minutes or so. At least for the last 5 to 10 minutes, that is the business that Gunther has been standing on, you know? Randy says that's good to know, but it doesn't have to be out of nowhere, and he wants him to see it coming. Well, that'll be a first. That'll be a first. So Randy apparently is going to telegraph the RKO before he delivers it to Gunther. Can't wait to see how that pans out. So we got a commercial-free hour ahead of us. Starting off with Sheamus. Sheamus is being interviewed in Gorilla. He had his sights set on putting Pete Dunne in his place, but now Ludwig Kaiser is back and blaming him. All these kids want to make a name on Sheamus. He says bring him on. And tonight he's going to test Ludwig's fragile little ribs. All right. So, we're not going to sit and go through every match move for move because like I said, we want to get you guys out of here and ready for Tuesday Night Titans over on JD's channel. But also, you guys already know all of these results and everything and what happened because the show happened last night. Sheamus wins by pinfall with a broad kick. Like he wins pretty clean. Sheamus is being booked fairly strong. It does seem like they are going to go and play the long game with Sheamus and his journey to become IC champion. That seems to be his goal. His goal is to become Intercontinental Champion for the first time in his career, which seems odd, no? As long as Sheamus has been here, it just seems really odd. So, but fairly decent match. Very hard-hitting match, man. I mean, my God. Kaiser and Sheamus. Anybody in the ring with Sheamus, bro. You know you're in for some meat slapping. Some extreme meat slapping. Pause. Absolute pause right there. We get another Wyatt VHS. One built around memorializing the debut of the Wyatt family 11 years ago. Man, that hits you in the feel goods, don't it? If you know, you know. If you've been around long enough to see the formation of the Wyatt family, how it came to be, how it got here, you know, it was just special. It felt like, even at the time of it happening, it felt like it was going to be something special and historic as it was happening. That's how big it was. It just felt right. Between the Wyatt family and the Shield, it genuinely felt like a fight forever moment. It felt like those 6 guys could just destroy each other every night of the week, and we would love it more and more each week. God damn, I miss Bray Wyatt, man. I miss Bray Wyatt. Damian Priest makes his entrance and calls Finn Balor out for turning on him. Apparently, Priest is pissed off with good reason, with very good reason. He says he hears and sees what he means to people, and he realized his family got a whole lot bigger, and he introduces Finn to his new family as he looks around and addresses and points to the crowd. Basically saying, guys, just so we're clear, I am a babyface now. I am a babyface now. He's not upset about the title. He's pissed off that Balor took the title from all of us. Damian is a man of the people at this point, guys. And made him feel that he's disappointed his family by losing that title. And for that, he just can't let that shit slide. He just can't let that shit that's just not gonna float. That's just not gonna float. He tells Finn to listen closely because when he's suffering, he needs to know that Priest is the one responsible for his pain. He calls him down to the ring to come get this beating. Say, come on to get these hands, bruh. Balor appears in the mood lighting on the Titantron, man. He's on the screen. Balor said, I ain't going out there. Go out there, I'm going to get my ass whooped, man. He tells Damian brought this on himself, and he betrayed the Judgment Day. They were supposed to have each other's backs with no leaders, but he changed that. He brings up how he almost won the title a year ago, and Priest told him to man up, and he waited and waited and waited and manned up in order to screw Damian Priest and his family. You know, Balor says that once Priest became champion, he took it upon himself, did Priest, to just be the leader of the Judgment Day. I don't think that's true. And I know all of you know that's not true. There was a leader of the Judgment Day. There was always a leader of the Judgment Day. The thing is, she went out hurt. When Mommy went out hurt, that's when Priest stepped up to become the new leader of the Judgment Day, putting Finn at number 3 in charge all along. Finn didn't want to admit that, though. He didn't want to bring up that there was already a goddamn leader, and her name was Rhea fucking Ripley. He's just a loser from the streets, and Balor isn't going to fight him. But JD McDonough will, because he's earned it and he deserves it. Finn's going to wait until Priest feels safe and comfortable and has almost forgotten about him. And when his back is turned, he'll stab him in it again and again and again. McDonough and Carlito and Dominic and Liv Morgan all move into frame and embrace, and they are introduced as the new Judgment Day. It's a pretty nice visual, man. Pretty nice visual. I had a feeling that was going to happen. They would be the new Judgment Day minus Priest, minus Ripley, as they were both turning babyface over a while. So, makes sense. Makes sense. Pat McAfee has some antics. Bronson Reed rolls up to Adam Pearce and tells him if he's going to get to the top, he's clearly going to have to follow his own path. Translation, I'm whooping someone's ass tonight, says Bronson Reed. We get Lyra Valkyria versus Shayna Baszler. Not quite sure why. Not quite sure why. This was definitely a lull for me. This whole situation here makes zero sense, and I'll explain. Valkyria versus Baszler. Valkyria gets the win by DQ because Sonya and Zoe Stark showed up. Make it a squash, smudge, non-match, whatever. But then post-match, Damage Control shows up. They come down, confront DeVille. Brawl breaks out. Damage Control runs them off. Now, Damage Control and Sonya Deville's, crew, they're all heels. At least they were all heels. But somehow, some way, all of a sudden, out of the blue, Damage Control are now baby faces. I'm not sure how that happened or why it happened, but question starts to loom that if Damage Control are baby faces now, why aren't they friends with Bayley anymore? I mean, this happened like 15, 20 minutes ago. It's not like Damage Control changed like long after they split with Bayley. They just split with Bayley. But now all of a sudden that they're baby faces. Not sure why. No one seems to explain that to me. We get a Final Testament promo about how the Doomsday Clock will strike tonight and they'll put an end to the new day. Thank Christ, because that storyline has been going on for far too long. Back from commercial break, we get Ivy Nile. She's chatting with the Creed brothers and Maxine Dupree. Rolls up to ask what she's doing hanging out with them while they've been attacking Otis and Tozawa. All right. Ivy explains to Chad Gable, and Chad Gable rolls up and tells her to pay no mind to Dupree and that she and her clowns can even keep the Alpha Academy name. Handed over the rights to the name. Handed over the rights to the name. CM Punk. CM Punk makes his way to the ring. Let me 1 second here, guys. There we go. Sorry, there we go. CM Punk makes his way down to the ring. Thank Christ he does not have that ugly-ass dog with him. All right. He says he'll get to why he's smiling, but first he wants to shout out a teammate of his who just won a UFC championship. Why is he so happy when he lost? He said he was going to do things he didn't do. He hasn't been to Baltimore in over 10 years, and he feels the ego when 10,000 people screams his name at him. he's right back to trying to do this again. He tried this last week where he tried to prompt the crowd to chant his name, and they all just looked at him and shit. You know, like, motherfucker, you know your name. Get to the promo. Let's go. I know. He says every time he gets knocked down, he gets back up, and some people hate him for not staying down. SummerSlam wasn't a guarantee. He was hurt right after his monumental return, and he was told 9 months, but he's proud of himself for one of the first times in his life because they said 9 months, and he did it in 5. So, who remembers one of the major issues as to why Punk left WWE? He was injured, he was banged, he was beat up, he needed to recover, and he felt obligated that he had to keep going, and they tried to bring him back too soon. Now he's back, he gets hurt, and instead of taking the 9 months off that the goddamn doctor recommended, he wants to bang his chest and tell everyone how proud he is that he did it in 5. 2 years from now, he'll be on another fucking podcast talking about how they rushed him back too soon. Look, whatever. Drew McIntyre is a big man, a tough son of a bitch. He hurt him. That happens. But he gloated about it and prayed about it, told lies about him to feel better about himself, but he's happy because he's back. SummerSlam was the start of his road to WrestleMania, and he's going to make this all the way to the top. All right, keep that in mind. Where would Punk be if he stayed down the last time he lost the title? His summer of hate didn't start the way he predicted, but it's still summer, and he says this packed house of beautiful people deserves less Punk talking and more Punk fighting. Round 2, he wants Drew McIntyre tonight. You think Punk's going to wrestle twice in 1 week? What the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? Come on. Out comes Seth Rollins. Punk didn't seem to like that. Wearing a fringe jacket, kind of like Hangman, or perhaps some. No, I gotta get into it. Seth dresses like Seth fucking Rollins, man. He opens his jacket and reveals a bare chest underneath. Striptease. Leaving the jacket on the ramp and raises the microphone to his lips. He says, Punk is in a good mood. And so is he. Because after 10 long years, it's finally time for him to put Punk in the dirt. Seth said, I'm putting your dick in the dirt. Dirt. Punk laughs him off and says he's not the one who's dressed like a cowboy, but he'll be he'll be his Huckleberry. Oh my God, dude. So fucking lame. Drew appears in the crowd asking, what is with all the negativity? Drew said, what is going on out here? Why is everybody so hostile? Tonight is a night of celebration. I beat CM Punk, and Seth counted the 1, 2, 3. He thinks he's earned Punk's undivided attention, and he's gonna say nice things. He shocked Drew by bringing the fight and proved that he still got it. He said, hey man, you still got it. I'll give you that. But there's no longer a best in the world, says Drew. That's me. He asks if they're gonna keep staring into each other's eyes or they're gonna look at him. And he reminds Punk that he still has the bracelet. The WWE Larry and AJ bracelet, apparently. The most coveted piece of anything in Punk's entire life. Punk saw that bracelet and beeline through the goddamn crowd, bruh. He saw red at that point. He saw red. Seth turns around and gets blindsided by Bronson Reed, though. Fending off mounted punches, super kicks, Reed catches him with a Death Valley driver and followed up with a pair of sentons, dragging Rollins to position with a 747 tsunami splash. And then another splash. Like he just splashed the goddamn shot. And agents came out. Reed hit him with a third splash. Then a fourth splash. He was just splashing everywhere. Bronson Reed was like, splash. All right. Okay, maybe that was uncalled for. Yeah, maybe that was uncalled for. I think that PG rating is out of the window. Bronson murdered Seth. Seth is dead and is no longer ever going to come back again. Adam Pearce, after commercial break, is interviewed and says it's too early for an update, but obviously it doesn't look good for Seth. CM Punk storms up to Pearce in the back, tells him Pearce tells Punk that he personally escorted Drew out of the building and gave him a pat on the shoulder. Said, hey, good luck, bruh. He's gone. AOP, Authors of Pain, versus the New Day in a tag team match. So as this match was being built up to and we got to it, my initial thought here was, I'm really tired of seeing the Authors of Pain and the New Day with Karrion Kross and everything else, and this whole thing about Xavier Woods coming over to join the gates of what the fuck are they called? I forget, but nonetheless, this needed some closure. Man. I mean, it just seems like it's gone on forever, and it's not gonna end until one of these guys fucking turns. So, as I'm into this match, I'm just hoping that someone turns. I'm just hoping. So that's where I was going into this match. All right. But didn't quite happen that way. But we did get a little bit of a surprise, all right? The New Day win by pinfall with a small package from Xavier Woods to Razor. Authors of Pain beat down Woods until Odyssey Jones makes the save. He cleans the big man out with a double sidearm slam, cross with an elbow, but Jones sends him packing with a black hole slam. During all of this, Xavier Woods kind of had a little bit of a baffling look on his face. Like, who the fuck is this motherfucker, man? Like, Kofi is, it's happy-go-lucky, skipping around. They out there hugging and shit, right? Woods is like, why is he out here helping us? We'll get to that. JD McDonough cuts a promo running Damian Priest and his gloomy face down for not seeing the train coming down the track and being blindsided by his own arrogance, he says. A-Town Down Under makes their way to the ring. But backstage, New Day are hanging out with Odyssey Jones, who says Kofi told him they needed help against Final Testament. That's who the fuck they are. Final Testament. But again, Woods has this look on his face like, is that what he said? I mean, it is. Now, you can see where the tension is coming from. It appears that Woods is going to eventually turn. But in this case right here, why exactly would Kofi go and reach out to get help from Odyssey Jones and completely not mention it to Xavier Woods at all? Like, he's just going to keep that a secret. I mean, how did you not bring that up in passing? You're in the back. You're in the locker room. You're getting ready for the show. Oh, by the way, hey, I talked to Odyssey Jones. He's going to help us out. Quick. Done. Or, even better, hey, what do you think about us going to talk to Odyssey Jones about joining the New Day? Nah. I ain't telling Wood shit. It's kind of how it went down. We get A-Town Down Under versus Awesome Truth. Why? I'm not too sure. A-Town Down Under win by pinfall. A-Town Down from Austin Theory on the R-Truth. Post-match, Miz is gently annoyed by the loss taken by Truth, but they hug it out. They move on. All is good in the hood. Damian Priest cuts a promo about his betrayal at the hands of Balor and warns JD McDonough what that means for the kind of guy Balor is. It looks like we might be getting Demon Balor back soon, man. This might be our first real glimpse at Demon Finn Balor under the control of Triple H. I'm interested. I'm genuinely interested because this is the first time, and I say that because this is the first time that Balor's been truly spotlighted individually under Triple H. So I'm hoping we're gonna get a better reincarnation of the Demon. But we shall see. Priest cuts a promo about his betrayal at the hands of Finn Balor and warns JD McDonough what that means. Let's see. Braun Breaker's interview backstage. He asked why everyone around here loves talking about how long they've held titles. It's been less than 3 years since he debuted in NXT, and now he's Intercontinental Champion, and the rest of the locker room is his prey. He wasn't born for this championship, Breaker says. Breaker says the championship was born for him. All right. Championship was invented before you were born. But you do you. You do you. Damian Priest versus J.D. McDonough. Pretty good match, man. Pretty good match. I like how Priest is looking after defeat. I think that's important for them to keep Damian Priest's momentum going after losing that title. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're keeping the focus on him. They're not moving him to the back burner anywhere. And he's still looking strong. He was poised to win this match, was Priest. But Judgment Day hit the ring, caused a DQ, which is kind of where I thought this match might be heading towards. Because I really couldn't see either one of these guys losing, to be honest with you. So Judgment Day jumps in, they attack. Priest gets Priest gets him up for a Razor's Edge, but gets Balor up for a Razor's Edge. But Liv Morgan makes the save. She helps Dominic Mysterio beat down Damian Priest. They're putting the boots to him, and Mommy makes her big entrance. Everyone saw this one coming. Music hits. Rhea Ripley's making her way down to the ring, but unlike last time, this time she hit R2. She hit the R2 button and started sprinting. So while Dom got over the barricade, Liv Morgan didn't quite make it over that barricade fast enough. Mommy caught her ass and flung her into the corner post a couple of times. Smashed her ass. She cleared off the announce table. She was getting ready to pick her up into the powerbomb position to put her through the announce table. But Dirty Dom saved his little Liv from being murdered by his ex-mommy. This was so good. This was so good, man. This little side story, this little B story has somehow quickly become the most interesting story in the company. I mean, and it's probably perfect timing because the Bloodline storyline took a nosedive because Roman was out. Well, that's not the case anymore. That is not the case anymore. Damage Control are walking backstage when they get attacked by Sonya Deville and her crew. They stump Dakota Kai's ankle into oblivion and warn her to stay out of their business. I still don't understand why these 6 women are fucking feuding. What are they feuding over? None of them have a title. Both of them were heels. I don't understand where this is going or why it's happening. But whatever, man. Deville gets on the mic and mocks Dakota Kai for feeling under the weather after their attack, but Io Sky steps up to fight her. So we get Io Sky versus Sonya Deville. I don't know. I mean, so the match was fine. It was not anything to write home about, to be honest. Io Sky wins by pinfall with her moonsault. She is still the genius of the Sky, and she is my bae. Love Io. But I'm just not interested in this feud. And not only that, I'm very confused and just disappointed in this random babyface turn from Damage Control. Backstage, we have Ilya Dragunov chatting with Sami Zayn. Zayn thanks him for the talk and says he's going to make a fine champion someday. Jey Uso rolls up and gives him a pep talk. Sami says this one feels different. But Uso won't take no for an answer and says he's going to get his rematch and get the title back. Yeet. Zayn says he's already talked to Adam Pearce and got that match for next week. Done already. Jay says they're going to go after the Judgment Day and get the tag team titles again. All right. Commentary updates us on Seth Rollins, and he got a CAT scan. We're getting updates about Seth's CT scan. You gotta love it. Another Wyatt video. This one's about Joe Gacy. Chad Gable is walking around backstage cutting a promo about how he's got a new family with the Creeds with the Creeds by his side, and he'll send the Wyatts back to the swamp, and his new crew is called American Made. Man. Between American Made and this MJF thing going on, there's a lot of America. A lot of America going on, man. In wrestling these days. So we get American Made. We get Brutus, Creed, Chad Gable, and Julius Creed versus the Wyatt Sicks. Dexter Lumis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy. So is it the Wyatt number 6 or is it the Wyatt SICKS? Because it keeps fluctuating back and fucking forth. I don't know. We'll do this one. Let's see. All out brawl before the bell. The Wyatts clear the ring and stand tall. American Made goes to leave up the aisle, but Uncle Howdy sits and laughs in their way. They tried to leave right away. Very heelish. Very, 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 very heelish. Back inside the ring, Dexter Lumis and Chad Gable to start. Chad bails and tags. Julius is in. Dexter with a big shoulder block, hoisting Creed up for a spine buster off the ropes, axe handle, big leg drop, tag into Gacy. Whip reversed, hanging upside down in the turnbuckles, stinger splash, overhook suplex, tag back in to Lumis, back suplex, neckbreaker combination. One Creed saves the other, and Gable is tagged back in. The Creeds clear the apron. Eric Rowan gets involved. The match breaks down with all 6 men brawling. Rowan slams one Creed into the other, and Joe hits a senton bomb on both of them. Picking Lumis up, Eric powerbombed him over the ropes and into American Made. He powerbombed his own guy over the ropes and into the ops. That's scary, but very awesome. But very awesome. American Made has Gable isolated. Northern Lights from Gable. Cover for 2. Tag to Brutus. Joe comes back with a handspring double lariat, and the path is clear. Tag to Rowan and the big man cutting them down. Back elbow, corner lariat. Send Brutus to the corner. Huge back body drop for Chad. Baseball slides. Sends Gable to the floor. Facebuster into the barricade. Yeah. On the apron. Slingshot, Atomico. Spinning Northern Lights bomb. The Creeds break it up. Rising knee from Julius. Gacy is back inside and absorbing punishment and being taken to the floor. Dexter Loomis diving leg drop off the top rope to the floor. Dexter Loomis looked fucking sick. So good. He looked so good. His new look is fucking awesome with the dreads and everything. Dexter Loomis looked incredible in this match. Loved it. Gable German suplexes Eric. Not enough, though. Creeds put him into the announce desk. Gable turns around to see an angry Rowan with a claw. Gacy tag to Loomis. Joe powerbombs him into Chad. Down in the corner. Dexter off the top, assisted splash. Wyatt Sicks wins by pinfall. Diving splash from Dexter Loomis on Eric Rowan. Love it, man. Love it. That is how the show ends. I like this presentation. I like this presentation of the Wyatt Sicks. It's different from the Wyatt family, but not too different. It feels like a natural progression of what Bray Wyatt would have done had he had the opportunity to continue his vision with the Wyatt family. It feels like Bo and Triple H and whoever else is involved in creative with the Wyatt Sicks. It seems that they have managed to capture Bray's essence into everything that they're doing right now with the Wyatt. And I'm enjoying it. It does not seem too egregious. It does not seem forced. It seems very genuine. But not only that, us as fans, we get to not only continue to see what the Wyatts can do in the ring and storytelling, but we also get to honor and remember Wyndham Rotunda all at the same time. If you notice how when the Wyatt Sicks come out and they have the chair and they'll have the lantern out and everything else, and they'll also have the blue light in the background at times. The blue light was supposed to be symbolizing Brody. But now the lantern sitting in the chair, it looks like it symbolizes Bray. So they're going to continue their legacy. And they're going to continue to give us a version of the Wyatt family. And I'm okay with that. It feels like an extension of what Bray would have done. It truly does feel like Wyndham Rotunda would be very proud of his brother and WWE and how they are carrying on his vision. And I'm all for it, man. I am all for it. Guys, that is today's show, just in time to get you guys over to Tuesday Night Titans, bro. I have one super chat to get to, man. We're going to get to it right now. Sherrod Jones with the $2 super chat says, love your podcast, Jesse. You know your wrestling. Brother, I appreciate you. You know what I'm going to give you, brother? Because I appreciate you so much. Boom. I'm going to give you a little like. And it comes with my little icon right there on it, man. Just for you, brother. Just for you. Guys, thank you so much. This motherfucker here. This motherfucker here. Just going to show up at the end of the show. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate you all who came to show up on time. On time to hang out and talk about Raw, man. I enjoyed last night's Raw, bro. Damn good show. It had some loopholes, and we covered it. Those of us who were here for the whole time, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Someone showed up late. Don't know who. I kid, man. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow night on JD's channel for the AEW Dynamite live post-show review. My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Chitown Smark. I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Since then, this fusion, clenching, the might get it bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing you the flux. Big dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? All over the world, it's the same old thing. Psychodrama, fluctuating. My continuous output, my flow of ideas for years been thrilling in me. Don't stop this feeling in me before the feeling get to killing in me. See, I'm into mayhem. When the play hit the streets of havoc, it end up readily your grave. And Lucifer got nothing to do with this shit. To the days of dirt, getting fucked up within. And I put that on the house, bitch. To the days of the dirt, you gon' cancel that down shit. And you can inhale the danger. Consider this us spilling out pills of anger. Fuck around, swell a vein up and make you rebel on a stranger. Get contained up. Things I'm thinking, sometimes I be feel like I'm sinking in the motherfucking words of the rap, floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago will be your motherfucking shit, here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books, I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.